All right, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. We had to reschedule yesterday due to a couple conflicts I had on the calendar. As you would see, I was at the grand opening of the DMV in Naperville, right off 59 and Deal. It is a state-of-the-art, really a great facility. So let me start off my secondary. There we go. Um, so the mug of the day today, it is Thanksgiving week. I cannot believe how fast this year has gone by. So I have my grateful mug. Begin each day with a grateful heart. This week is Thanksgiving. So certainly there's our mug of the day. So it's a lot to be thankful for, and this week is no exception. So we will dive back right into the updates. So today, believe it or not, today is National Parfait Day. Um, Parfait means perfect. It is a dessert of French origin made with cream, egg, sugar, and syrup. The ingredients are boiled together to make a puree. But here we know parfaits usually with yogurt and then with granola, nuts, fruits, and or whipped cream. But believe it or not, the first recipe for a parfait was in a French cookbook back in the 1890s. So there's a little bit of trivia for you today. As you know, and as I just said, Thanksgiving is November 28th. So it's this Thursday. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving. There are a lot of folks I know that are opening up their homes. If you don't have a place to go for Thanksgiving, I do know that there are some areas that are participating in Thanksgiving, and there are some veteran groups and veterans families that are opening up their homes for some of the service members that are in Great Lakes away from home and can't have a Thanksgiving at home. My son is still overseas in Japan, so we will be Zooming with him on Thanksgiving. But certainly, I hope that you take the time to even thanks for the little things in life. If somebody is struggling, though, please reach out to my office and we can try to help them out. Um, our office, though, will be closed midday Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, reopening on Monday. However, we if somebody calls during our off hours, we do check voicemails to keep up to date in case there is somebody who might need some help. If you need immediate help, of course, call 911. But our office will be closed again midday on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now, Small Business Saturday, November 30th, is when you support small business. Now, small business is still struggling, and I like to support small business all the time, anytime I can. But there is a special emphasis on Saturday, November 30th. So make sure that you include our small businesses in your holiday shopping. And so definitely post or let us know what your favorite small business is in the community so that we can share. And there might be an individual that sees the post, sees the business, and goes and shops there. So certainly Small Business Saturday. We are, believe it or not, I cannot believe Toys for Tots is wrapping up next week. So you only have one more week to go. The first week in December, they will come and collect all the toys. Toys for Tots program is a program because every child deserves a Christmas. Um, it is part of the Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots program. Drop off new unwrapped toys at the Aurora office, 1677 Montgomery Road, during office hours 9 to 4, Monday through Thursday, 9 to noon on Fridays. Your donations are well needed. Younger kids, 18 months and younger, toys are needed, and then some older kids, like 10 and above, certainly could use some fun this Christmas. So, with that, the last day to drop off toys is again, and looks like December 3rd, which is Wednesday. So you have till Wednesday of next week. Um, Also, there are some really great festivals like Brookfield Zoo Holiday Zoo Lights. Please remember museums in the park. They continue for all residents of the 84th District. You can get 4 free tickets to visit one of the many museums, zoos, and aquariums across Chicagoland. It is a benefit. You just need to call our office or go to the website, fill out the form, and let us know. We really need to get your request in about 2 weeks before you want to go. 2 to 4 weeks is ideal for us to be able to process it and to make sure that you and your family, family of four, can enjoy any museums, zoos, and parks, aquariums across the Chicagoland. Now, we are not in session. We do not go back to session until the end of January, but now is the time to start looking at filing and drafting legislation for the next session. So, anybody with information or thoughts or views on what we should change in the legislature or look at or have meetings on, we can certainly do that. So, just drop me a line, send an email, let us know, and we will research into legislation for the next session. Talking about small businesses, we put in the budget, and the governor awarded $10 million to small businesses. This will fund 47 small businesses with capital improvement projects throughout Illinois. Certainly that is well needed funding and will help out our small businesses. So it was a competitive grant, and we certainly want to help out with capital, and capital is a big expense. So that is really important. They made the announcement at Soul Good Coffee, which is one of the grant recipients in Skokie. Certainly, we can look and see and support the communities and us, and supporting small businesses overall. Mobile IDs. So I said earlier, I was with the brand new modernized DMV in Naperville. And I have to say that Secretary of State Alexi Janulis has done a great job at modernizing the Secretary of State's office while saving money, believe it or not. Moving into new offices and negotiating better lease deals is one of the things that he has done, part of the modernization program, but also modernizing how our society is and how the Secretary of State's office operates. So he has just unveiled mobile IDs for businesses. Now, businesses only if you need to show your ID at a business. This does not work for flying or um, any other need that you might have for a valid ID driver's license. But the mobile ID allows Illinois driver's license and state identification card holders to present it in your iPhone or Apple Wallet. So, goes in your Apple Wallet. You can show it on your phone, on your watch. So the mobile ID is an acceptable form of identification, which can be used by an individual to prove that they are over 21 years of age or other kind of identification purposes. So it really is, it's encrypted, it's tamper resistant, it's hard to falsify when you are using it as your mobile ID. So mobile ID verification tools, businesses can more confidently confirm age at the point of service, strengthening statewide efforts in education enforcement and compliance. So you cannot simply show your mobile ID to a server clerk or law enforcement person. Businesses are required to verify the validity of the mobile ID before accepting it as proof of age or other needs. So the easiest way to complete the verification is from using the Illinois Secretary of State Mobile ID Check app, and that's available for iPhone users through the Apple Store. And it is available at no cost for ILCC licenses. So that's mostly retailers, restaurants, event venues, and alcohol establishments across our state. They can use this in their everyday occurrence. So it really is it really is modernization, and it really is starting to bring the Secretary of State's office into um, into the 21st century. Now, switching from Secretary of State to the Treasurer's Office, Treasurer Mike Frericks is offering some unique gift ideas online with iCash auctions. So, for example, the pennies are no longer minted. If you would like some pennies, then definitely you can go online. There's a gold diamond pendant, Mickey Mouse watch. You can bid on these unique items. So the online cash auction is from November 21st to the 30th. So you have a couple more days on the online auction. And what happens is after a period of time, for individual items, not if you have cash on the iCash. That can be there for as long as, it can be there a long time. The cash will stay there, but items get relinquished if an individual passes away or forgets about a lockbox in the bank. Now, I have a lockbox in the bank. It keeps all my important documents safe and secure in case there's ever a fire or anything in the house. Certainly, all my important documents are in a lockbox in the bank. But if you forget about that lockbox, if you don't pay the lockbox, or if the person passes away and the relatives don't know there's a lockbox, then that unclaimed property then goes to the Secretary of State. We hold it for a period of time, and then the treasurer is authorized to auction it off. Now, there are historic 1-cent pieces that can be part of your collection. The U.S. Mint has stopped making pennies this month. There are Flying Eagle coins from the 1850s and Abraham Lincoln wheat pennies. Some of the other things in the auction that are fun to talk about is a 1907 wood chopper $5 bill, a 1914 $20 bill, 19 Morgan silver dollars from 1880 to 1921, a 1925 half-dollar coin commemorating California's Diamond Jubilee, a running Elgin number 571 21L pocket watch, 10-ounce silver bar, sterling silver ring designed by David Anderson, 18-karat yellow gold ring with green-colored stones, 14 pairs of 14-karat yellow gold ball earrings. In all, there's about 150 lots that are going to be auctioned. Some lots consisting of multiple items. So you can view all the auction items in a calendar on the High Bid website. And we're going to put the link in the chat right now, or put the link in the comments right now for that. You need to sign up on the High Bid website and create an account. A couple of ways to do that. Highbid.com and click create account, fill in your information, or you can go to the calendar, scroll down and register to bid. So certainly that goes until November 30th. So, and mostly it's just because we don't have the physical space to store all the items indefinitely. Certainly the period of time is it has not been claimed for 10 years. All auction proceeds will be held for the rightful owners, no matter how long it takes. So the items are there in the individual's name. As I said, the cash value stays indefinitely. So go to iCash on the Illinois Treasurer's website. Maybe you'll find a couple extra dollars for your Christmas presents this year as well. Now, moving on to the Illinois Department of Natural Resources. When you're driving out at night, be careful of the deer because it is pretty much hunting season. So be well aware when you're driving, but also understand that with deer season, keep in mind if you are the hunter and you're using deer stands are the #1 source of hunting-related accidents and fatalities in Illinois. So you need to use a safety harness when hunting from tree stands in the field. So you think about hunting, but you probably don't think about making sure that that tree stand is secure for you to use if you are a hunter. So in 2024, 70% of hunting incidents reported to the Illinois Department of Natural Resources were a result of tree stand related accidents, including failure to use a fall assist system. One fall resulted in a fatality when a hunter fell about 15 feet and suffered serious injuries. So above else, you need to make sure that everybody is safe and make sure that you use a harness. So, 2025 Illinois firearm deer season dates are December 4th through the 7th. So, tree stands, they're often in heights of 20 to 30 feet, and you can, seriously get injured on that. So, here's some safety tips. Use a fall arrest system that includes a safety harness and follow the manufacturer's guidelines that come with it. Inspect the tree stand for wear and tear before each use. Use a haul line to bring up unloaded firearms, bows, and other hunting equipment. Of course, have your cell phone with you in case of emergencies. Tell a friend or loved one where you intend to hunt and when you intend to return. And do not use drugs and alcohol before or during hunting. So you can visit the Illinois Department of Natural Resources Hunter Safety website. Tis the season in Aurora. Kris Kringle Mart has opened up. So Thanksgiving is a special hour, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And of course, December 22nd and 23rd, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And Christmas Eve, they are open and they are closed on Christmas. So Thursday, 11 to 7, Friday through Saturday, 11 to 9, and Sunday, 11 to 6. It is at Rivers Edge Park on Broadway in Aurora. You can also visit the Festival of Lights, November 28th through December 25th at Phillips Park. The Festival of Lights is up and going to be running this weekend. So the 28th will begin that wonderful experience that, I've been taking my kids to since they were young. And then circling to the Illinois Department of Public Health, going back to our department's Thanksgiving week reminders. So I want to close with a bit about Thanksgiving and then talk about a health advisory. So I'm gonna start with the health advisory and close with Thanksgiving. So the Illinois EPA issues a health advisory for 6,2 fluorotellumer sulfuric acid. The chemical is identified through PFAS samplings of water. So the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency Acting Director James Jennings announced the issuance of a health advisory for PFAS 6,2 fluorotermeter sulfuric acid with regards to groundwater regulations. So what does this mean? And should we be concerned? So they detected this chemical. It could be potentially harmful to human health, for which no numeric groundwater standard exists. So what this means is we have safe groundwater standards. If something's in the groundwater below a certain amount, it's deemed healthy. We don't have that here. So what we were looking at, and the Illinois Department of Public Health was looking at the Illinois Community Water Supplies. They have a potential public health impact. They could develop health issues, and so we are just making sure that you have a little bit of an advisory. So in 2021, we completed a statewide PFAS investigation, which sampled drinking water from every community water in Illinois. PFAS chemicals were confirmed at concentrations above laboratory minimum reporting levels, and the Illinois EPA worked directly with those community water samples to ensure residents were informed and determine next steps. So many community water samples supplies continue to sample for PFAS chemicals, which is how the recent detections were made. So we have a complete listing of sample results we can put in the comments with an interactive map. So certainly we want to make sure that the water is clean and available for, of course, drinking. So we have that issue. I'm not aware of it in our area. However, just wanted to let you know that we do that. We test quite a bit, and want the clean air and clean water is important to us. The Department of Healthcare and Family Services is launching new coverage for home visiting services for pregnant and parenting Medicaid customers effective November 21st. So the newly covered services and supports aim to meet the needs of pregnant and parenting individuals at a critical time, and it helps both parents and children. So The covered prenatal home visits include health education, blood pressure monitoring, behavioral health screenings, domestic and intimate partner violence education and screenings, stress management, and service referrals. And these services, among others, will be delivered in accordance with evidence-based and research-informed nurse and non-nurse home visiting models. Certainly they're part of the maternal and child health initiatives in Illinois that are already underway. Certainly, home visiting services are the newest provider type added to the Illinois Medicaid system for our customers. So there's new coverage for certified doulas and lactation consultant services that went into effect December 2024. In January 2025, Illinois was selected to participate in the new federal Transforming Maternal Health Model, which is promoting birth equity through the whole person approach of care. September 2025, the Illinois Birth Equity Blueprint was released, a report that outlines the roadmap to improved maternal and child health outcomes for all state residents. So certainly it is important to have supports, especially when you're a new parent and brand new parent and trying to figure things out. Many of us, have family supports, but many of us don't have family supports. And so this is certainly something that is important. If you need more information on that, you can contact my office. Finally, we're going to wrap up with Thanksgiving. First, our Illinois Department of Public Health is reminding everybody to follow food safety and hygiene recommendations to prevent the outbreak of foodborne illnesses. So, Thanksgiving is one of the favorite holidays of many. You're together with family, friends, football, and of course, food. Now, first and foremost, if you are feeling ill or not well, I would recommend, staying home because you don't want to infect anybody. However, if you are going to visit with your friends and family and you kick off the holiday season, and those are preparing foods, either preparing the whole meal for everybody or a potluck, bringing things in. You definitely need to prevent foodborne illnesses by following the proven food safety tips. So, there are basic food safety guidelines: keeping hot foods hot, keeping cold foods cold, properly thawing frozen turkeys in the refrigerator before roasting them, and it is important to make sure that turkey and stuffing are cooked to a safe internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Safe turkey preparation. Safely thaw the bird. When the turkey begins to thaw, any germs or bacteria that may have been present before freezing can begin to grow again. And this is why it is recommended to thaw the turkey in the refrigerator. It takes about 24 hours for every 5 pounds of turkey to thaw in the refrigerator. So it can take 3 days to thaw a 15-pound bird. So if you don't have time to use the refrigerator, you can use a sink of cold water, but you have to change the water every 30 minutes, or a microwave. Never thaw your turkey by leaving it out on the counter. So, just going to give you some common sense things when we're preparing meal preparation. Wash your hands, of course, for at least 20 seconds with soap and water before, during, and after preparing your food, especially before and after handling turkey and before eating. Make sure you wash cutting boards, utensils, dishes, and countertops with hot, soapy water after preparing raw turkey or before you prepare the next item. Raw turkey and its juice can contaminate anything they touch, so keep the turkey and its juices separate from other foods that won't be cooked or fully clean, and sanitize surfaces that come into contact with the turkey and its juices to prevent harmful germs from spreading to other food or family members. Now, this is something that, I know it's common sense, but people sometimes they're in a hurry and they want to get things done, but use one cutting board or plate for raw meat, poultry, and seafood, and a separate cutting board or plate for produce, bread, and other foods that won't be cooked. So, multiple cutting boards. And then, of course, use a food thermometer to make sure that the temperature internally is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. For leftovers, keep them safe. They must be refrigerated within 2 hours of serving or have been kept hot above 140 degrees Fahrenheit or cold below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So discard any food that's set out for more than 2 hours at room temperature. After eating, divide the remaining food into small containers and refrigerate or freeze them. Leftovers are safe in the fridge for up to 4 days, they recommend. Reheat all leftovers to at least 165 degrees before serving or eating. Keep hot foods hot, cold foods cold. So, and again, avoid food handling mistakes like thawing food on the counter, peeling fruits without washing them first. Typical symptoms of foodborne illness include vomiting, diarrhea, stomach cramps, fever, nausea, and they can start anywhere from a few hours to days after consuming contaminated food or drinks. Symptoms can last from a few hours to a few days. Stay hydrated, and certainly those that are at risk, such as older adults, infants, young children, pregnant individuals, people with a weakened immune system, please seek medical help. If you are become more severely ill, again, seek medical help as well for proper diagnosis and appropriate illness management. So, and then talking about safety and Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving safety tips to keep your families protected. So, on average, an estimated 1,446 home cooking fires are reported to the United States Fire Departments on Thanksgiving Day. In 2023, it was an increase in daily habits. So, Thanksgiving is the leading day for home fires involving cooking equipment, with 4 times the average number occurring. So certainly in 2023, which is when the data was available, as I said, 1,446 cooking fires throughout the U.S. That was a 388% increase over the daily average. So, excuse me, kitchens are especially busy during the holidays. They can lead to distractions, and distractions can lead to accidental fires. So set timers, stay focused, assign specific roles in the kitchen to help ensure your Thanksgiving meal comes together safely and without incident. Stay alert and keep a close eye on what's on the stove or in the oven is the simplest way to prevent cooking fevers. Turkey fryers are one of the biggest holiday fire hazards that is seen each year. Hot oil, unstable equipment, and outdoor distractions can create dangerous conditions in seconds. So, if you choose to fry a turkey this year, do so outside, far away from anything that can burn. Keep it on a flat surface and make sure your turkey is completely thawed before lowering it into the oil. That can help prevent a holiday disaster. Now, we are in fall and the leaves are falling, so remember, keep them away from things that can easily burn, which also can include dry leaves. So 72% of burns occur at home. They are burn injuries such as hot liquids, it's coffee, tea, soup, tap water can also cause serious burn injuries. Burn injuries are preventable. Remind everybody that a few extra minutes of preparation and safety can prevent a lifetime of pain. And again, deep frying a turkey may be festive, but it must be done with extreme care and or consider more safer cooking alternatives. Nobody wants to go to the emergency room during the holiday season. So I'm going to repeat, and these may sound like common sense, but you will be surprised how many people forget them in the hustle and bustle of the holiday. So never leave food that you are frying, boiling, grilling, or broiling unattended. If you leave the kitchen, even for a short amount of time, turn off the stove. Frying a turkey has become more popular. Make sure to not overfill oil in the fryer. Fill the pot you plan to use to fry the turkey with water and place the turkey in it. This will help determine how much oil is needed without causing oil to spill over when you're ready to fry. So pregame your turkey frying. Put water in it, put the turkey in it, see how much the water goes up. You know exactly how much oil to put in. Don't mix oil and water. Make sure you dry it out before you put the oil in. Use the turkey fryer outdoors only, not in the garage. Don't do anything in the garage. Make sure you do it completely side. Make sure the turkey is completely thawed and dry before frying. You don't want any ice chips or anything that is frozen to go into that hot oil. And then use long cooking gloves to protect hands and arms when you handle the pot. Create a kid-free zone 3 feet around the stove or wherever you are preparing your hot food or your drinks. Keep the area around the stove clear of towels, papers, pot holders, anything that can burn. Check your oven before preheating. Make sure there are no items inside because people like to store things inside their oven. Make sure it is empty. If you are simmering, baking, or roasting food, check it regularly. Remain in the home while food is cooking. Use a timer to remind you when the food is ready. If there's a fire in the oven, keep the oven door shut and turn off the heat. You see it in the movies and everything. They open the oven, there's a fire in it, and they shut the door. And then turn off the heat. Smother small flames in a pan by sliding a lid over the pan. Turn off the burner and leave the lid over the pan for a while. If you have any doubt fighting a small fire, just get out and call 911. Another quick bit of information is if you have a fire extinguisher, check it regularly, but do not keep it in the kitchen. I know a lot of people like to keep their fire extinguisher in the kitchen under the sink. However, the sink is by the stove. If there's a fire at the stove, it will be too hot or too dangerous to try to grab that fire extinguisher from under the kitchen sink. So it is beneficial to keep the fire extinguisher in a different room that's nearby. If there's a bathroom around the corner from the kitchen, or you have the door to a laundry room, keep it in a different room so then you can exit away from the fire, get the fire extinguisher, and then be able to extinguish it properly. Make sure your fire extinguishers are up to date and operable. So with that, I hope everybody has a great holiday, a wonderful Thanksgiving. Not much to report on the state side. But certainly want to make sure that you have a very fun-filled weekend, Thanksgiving Day, Thanksgiving weekend, and keep all of those that are serving overseas and not at home in your thoughts and prayers. Reach out to them. Hopefully you've sent them care packages, or if there is, Illinois is home to 3 bases, Scott Air Force Base, Rock Island Arsenal, and Great Lakes. So if you have contacts and you want to open your home for a Thanksgiving meal to a service member that can't be home for the holidays, thank you for that as well. So with that, have a great Tuesday. I apologize. We were not able to do this on Monday, but coming to you on Facebook Live. Have a great holiday, and we will be back next Monday. So take care, everybody, and be well.